All right, Napoleon Nectar here. Time to lock in and listen. Now, you might have heard the news that the Army now has a requirement for body fat percentages. I believe it's 18 to 26% for men and 26 to 36% body fat for women. And that just shows you the times we're in. It's just like we're America. We're at war with Iran, right? We're going to World War III soon. And the Army's just like, okay, guys, you guys are just getting way too fat. You know, if you're too fat and you're on the front lines, you're just cannon fodder for drones, right? Those drones are just going to see the fat people, pew, flow right past them and blow everyone up. It's crazy. But if you're lean, if you're in shape, then the drones won't find you. Then you can kind of dodge and kind of hide and duck from the drones, right? But if you're fat, you're cooked. I'm surprised that it's 8. I'm going to focus on mostly men, right? Because this is a men's fitness channel. Boys welcome, but let's be honest. This channel is mostly for the boys. I'm surprised it's 18%. Because I always say 15% is where you should be. 15% should be the highest body fat you should be. I'm surprised it's 18%. You could do no exercise. You could sit around and eat fruits and vegetables and meat all day, and you could comfortably get to 15% if you just change your diet. If you look at me, I'm closer to 11, 12% body fat. I am still losing weight. I'm still getting there, guys. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy. You would think that the standard for the military, I'm sorry, the Army, I'm going to use those words interchangeably. You think the standard for the Army, some of the toughest people in America would be higher than 18% body fat. And I know what you're saying. Oh, Josh, you could be 18% body fat and still be strong. Victim weight, Josh, victim weight. But if you're in the military, you want to be at your prime best. If you're in the Army, you want to be at your best. And I know not everyone in the Army is in like a combat role, right? But at the same time, it's like, you should at least be able to see your abs if you're in the Army. You really can't see your abs if you're 18% body fat. I think you should be 12 to, I guess if you're going on the low end, 10 to 15% body fat for the Army, right? For men specifically. That's when you feel your best. That's when you look your best. That's when you operate your best. For me, if you're above 15% body fat, that's just fat. Like 15% of your body is fat. It shouldn't be that high. And I know that we live in America. I know it's easy to overeat, but if you're in the military, you should have the discipline. You should have the respect for yourself and your country to at least look good while defending America, to at least be in the best shape that you can. Especially, like I said, since we're in war with Iran, don't you want to just be at your peak, your physical peak, your mental peak, your discipline? Like, don't you just want to be at your peak, I can understand if you're just like, I can kind of get it if it's just, if it's kind of chill, we're not at war, we're just chilling, right? But, since we're in war, you want Minutemen, you want warriors, you want soldiers out there. So you got to get in shape. You got to look your best. Look at me. I'm in shape. I'm in my best. If the Chinese or if the Russians or if I can't say that word, if the terrorists come over, I'll use that word, terrorists. If the mass murderers come over here, I'm in my physical best. I can defend myself. I can run. I can duck. I can hide. I can fight. But if you're 26% body fat in the military is wild. In the Army rather is wild. I don't know why it is so high. Especially since the military, especially since the Army wants younger guys. 26% body fat is wild. That's where I was when I was first going to the gym. I was like 26, like pushing 30% body fat. That's just not acceptable. That ain't it. Especially in the military, that should not be it. Like I said, if you're in the military, it should be 10 to 15% body fat. I would say 12%. Because when you get to 10%, that's where your hormones start to crash. That's where you can kind of run into health problems. If you go to 10 or sub 10%, that's where it can happen. Like 12% is probably the best where you feel. I'm around 12% right now. I might be a little closer to 11%. I'm not really sure, but this is what peak looks like, right? But like I said, it just goes to show that we're cooked. We're cooked. If we have people in the Army at 26% body fat, we're cooked. We are absolutely cooked. We need to be lean, mean, fighting machines. You cannot be lean at 26%. I would argue you can't even be lean at 18%. You gotta at least get to 50. It's not hard to get to 50% body fat, boys. Just eat healthy food, walk around, and you will naturally get there. That's basically what I do. I don't even go that hard in the gym. I go to the gym 5 times a week, yes, but that's just for the muscles. For the leanness, I don't do that much. I just diet and I just walk around a lot. That's how I'm so lean. That's how you can see the muscles popping out. I don't have big muscles, really. The muscles just pop out because I just have a lower body fat and they're just more visible. I'm really not the biggest guy ever. Like when people see me in reality, they're like, "Oh, you're not as big as I thought you were, Josh." Well, I don't know. I fraud Max. What can I say? But yeah, this video's just been all over the place. I'm going to keep it short. I'm sorry if the audio isn't that good. If you watch my live streams, then you know that my main truck has some problems. I'm getting that repaired right now. Sadly enough, I left my microphone in that truck, so I got to use my phone microphone. But yeah, hopefully I should be able to get my microphone again soon so I can start recording some better audio. Fly just flew somewhere. But yeah. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I appreciate it. We're almost at 100 subs. Actually, by the time this video is up, we should be at 100 subs. As I'm recording this, we're at 97 subscribers, I think. But we're almost at 100. Almost there. Once this video is up, I'm sure we'll be at 100. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Have a good one. Peace.